Home, colon.
What?
Your regular place of residence. And
your regular colon?
Live, your private or family.
This is your house. This is a demo of your house. A game where you do stuff. There's puzzles and such in the middle of the street. Chapter 1. Hicksville Boarding School. I'm an idiot. Yeah, that's not nice. You shouldn't say that. All right, how do I continue? I guess I am an idiot. Controller. Controller does not function. Oh, whoa, whoa. Didn't mean to hit Xbox. I'm an idiot. Oh. No. No, I don't want a hint. I'm an idiot. I'm so gullible. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Oh, I'm covering a little bit of stuff. Hang on a second. It's always the same problem. Just a different game. Here we go. Exploring. I'm so gullible. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid I deserve this. I'm so stupid I deserve this gash on my head. How could she do this to me? I'm her best friend. Whoa, 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 whoa. Words. All right, here we go. As soon as I'm so stupid, I'm supposed to be your best friend. Okay. Blacktails. I'm a powerful demonic force. I am the harbinger of your doom, and the forces of darkness will applaud me as I stride for the gates of hell, carrying your head on a pike. Roll. I stride. Roll for the gates of hell. Just roll. Roll. Murray. Roll. As soon as she reaches her room, Debbie heads straight to the bathroom and locks herself in. She presses her hand to the wound on her forehead. Blood runs down her cheeks and neck and staining her Hicksville College uniform. How could I have been so stupid not to have noticed, she wonders, as she sees all the blood on her body. She contemplates herself in the mirror and dabs at the cut with a damp cloth. She has been driving at 100 kilometers per hour, tears streaming down her cheeks. She has not been wearing a helmet. The accident could have been fatal. And today of all days, well, I'm assuming I click that. That's going to give me more stuff here. All right. A few hours ago, yes, there's a lot of trauma dump going on here, isn't there? A few hours ago, Debbie completed another lap around the sun. The sun? Well, you mean a few days ago. Are you just trying to say that a year passed? Is that what you're trying to say? There are only a few minutes left until midnight, and not one person has wished her a happy birthday. There we go. Just a complicated way of saying, like, another year passed. That's it. That's it. Not even in her worst nightmares could she have imagined coming of age would be so dramatic. Debbie is still wiping away the dry blood and her smeared mascara when she sees it in the mirror. There's an envelope on top of her dresser. What's this? Her name is written on the envelope in marker pen. Marker pen? Who says marker pen? I don't... The handwriting is both exquisite and disturbing. Debbie flips it over, but there's no return address. The stamp looks foreign. Who could it be from? She wonders out loud, trying to remember the last time she received a letter that wasn't a fine. After a few seconds, Debbie begins to slowly tear the envelope and opens it. So I will click that, but let's see, of all days. And notice, she contemplated, Today's my 18th birthday, so she's 18. No wonder she's so dramatic. All right. All right, so open. It's an interesting way to progress on the story. I like that. So it's a motel. You mean it's a postcard? Why didn't you just add the postcard? Why is the postcard in an envelope? Is there something with the postcard? I guess we'll find out as soon as I click things. Motel postcard. 75B, East Side, School Road, 87002, Hicksville. Forever summer. Okay. All right. Happy birthday. You get a key to something. Interesting. She opens it. Then, if I click it again, am I just going to see the same thing I just did? Let's just do that. Yeah, we are. Okay. Save Ferris. I didn't mean to do that. For Debbie, there's a Polaroid. There's that, and that's her license. The Polaroid might not be related. I mean, the coffee cup probably wasn't in the envelope either, right? So, there we go. She pulls out a postcard from inside the envelope on the front of... I'll keep the picture in frame for right now. She pulls out a postcard from inside the envelope. On the front of the photograph is a photograph of a place she doesn't recognize. The address written on it is equally as strange. It completely is incomprehensible, mysterious even. Debbie studies the stamp, hoping it might offer a clue. I have no idea where this bird is from. Is she British? Or is she thinking that this is from an actual bird? There's something else in the envelope, and it's a key, and it has a tag. Debbie picks up the key and looks at the tag. Happy birthday. The first birthday message she's had all day. Who the hell sent this to me? Is this some kind of a joke? Ouch. A sharp pain pierces through her hand. The wound on her forehead throbs. She really needs to rest. It really has been an intense day. She pushes her backpack off of her bed, and it falls to the floor with a thump. She slowly takes off her sneakers and lies down on top of the crumpled quilt. She holds the postcard up and stares at it until her vision blurs and her eyelids feel heavy. Exhausted, Debbie drops the postcard onto her chest and sighs. Her gaze wanders to the ceiling above her. You got like those plastered stars or something? Oh, you got some sort of stars. Hello. Nicole. That filthy, deceitful rat. She doesn't even like David. Why did she do it? Was she jealous, or was she just to satisfy her spoiled brat ego? Ego. I trusted her. I told her how I felt about David, or how I thought I felt about him. Note to self, never fall in love with the captain of the lacrosse team, or the captions for the lacrosse team. So if you see the word lacrosse coming across your screen right now, don't fall in love with that caption. That's just bad for you. Although it hurt more ways to be betrayed by my best friend, or way more to be betrayed by my best friend than to be cheated on by that creep David Stratford. Dun dun dun. A British bird means something else. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But I like to think that she's talking about an actual bird. Like maybe a penguin. That seems like the most reasonable thing to be thinking in those situations where you are stressed out. Yeah. I'm gonna guess that I need to click. Oh! There we go. Damn it, that image is gonna stay with me for the rest of my life. They weren't even trying to hide it. They were right there, making out in the pub in front of everyone, laughing in my face. Talk about being two-faced. I chose not to make a scene, yet I made sure to pour a pint of beer over them as I left. But then, the accident. Where was I? I remember the screeching of the brakes, the feeling of flying through the air, the driver's look of horror when he asked if I was all right. Poor guy. He was more freaked out than I was when he saw my blood on the pavement. What do you think the chances are of her actually being dead, and then this is just her way of coping with dying? I think that's a possibility. I mean, if you want to fall asleep again, that's fine. I'm not going to force you to stay awake. On Monday, I was kicked out of boarding school again. I'm really outdoing myself. This is the third time this year. You're 18. Why are you in boarding school? Well, actually, I suppose it could be your senior year, but why are you getting kicked out your senior year? That sucks. The way my dad shot me that "you've really disappointed me, Claire" was when I was talking to Strickland. It was priceless. And that sorry excuse of a principal went on and on, reeling off my greatest achievements: repeatedly skipping class, alcohol and drug use on school premises, zero respect for the rules and school values. My dad has given me way too many ultimatums. He's well aware that shipping me off some other boarding school would be doing me a favor. He has a million other tricks up his sleeve when it comes to making my life miserable. But if he dares lay a hand on me again, he'll know what's coming. I made that crystal clear to him last Christmas. Crystal. Keep your eyes open, girlfriend. Debbie jolts upright. There's no point fooling herself any longer. A good night's sleep is out of the question tonight and all the following nights for the next 18 years of her life. Thousands of thoughts swirl around her mind. She pushes all but one aside, which begins to make more and more sense. To run away. To get out of this place. We gotta get out of this place if it's the last thing we ever do. To run away. Right now. Without a minute to waste. Yes, that's what she's going to do. She'll have to think on her feet and figure out a way to find the address on the postcard. It's a leap in the dark. She knows there might be nothing there and that the key might be nothing more than a joke. But right now, anything is better than staying in Hicksville. Adrenaline pumping, Debbie empties her backpack, letting her science and economics books tumble to the floor. She can fill it with more useful things, such as economics books and floors. Gee, I wonder what I'm supposed to do here. Debbie scours her room looking for anything she might need. Some clothes, a pair of slippers, and her toothbrush. clothes. Ladies who... Whoa, what was that say? What is your shirt? Ladies who lust. 105.9 FM, KBHR. And those pants look exactly like the same silhouette as from the last stream. Those clothing. She opens her desk drawer and finds a map and a Swiss Army knife. Map. Yep, Swiss Army knife. Contemplate, and then ... Ah, yes, some cash would be helpful. She bends down and pulls out a small wooden box from under her bed. This is where she keeps the money her Aunt Lucille gave her. There's enough to keep her going for 6 months or so. She also picks up her amulet. It's a small jewel that Aunt Lucille gave her. Is it like this, Lucille? This Lucille. This is Lucille Ball? Same Lucille. She's not much for giving out money, so you got lucky. You got lucky, girl. You take that money. Where was I? Yes. It was her mom's. She would have liked you to have it, her aunt told her. Debbie never met her mom. She died when she was about 4 years old, but now's not the time to think about that. She stuffs her belongings into her backpack along with a postcard and key. Amulet. Debbie puts on her jacket and pulls a hat over her head. She looks in the mirror and barely recognizes herself. The wound on her forehead is swelling and turns purple, but at least it has stopped bleeding. It's already past midnight. The guards will be patrolling the halls of the residence, so the only alternative is the window. Debbie opens it. The cool nighttime breeze and the height, she's on the 2nd floor, by the way, that's some height, sends a shiver down her spine. For a brief moment, Debbie turns and looks back at the dorm room behind her. Fuck it, this isn't my house. Good talk. Woo. Debbie sticks one leg out the window and looks around outside. She knows she must rely on the cover of darkness to make her escape. Dun dun dun. Hundreds of stars flicker above her, but the night sky is moonless. Not like the red moon that was happening last night. There doesn't seem to be anyone in the garden. She hears voices and laughter coming from one of the dorm rooms. Another sleepover I wasn't invited to. Good, that'll keep the night guards busy. Debbie leans on the windowsill gingerly and clutches at the moldy bricks. She pulls herself up, placing her feet on the dangerously narrow ledge. Moving her hands and feet simultaneously, she shimmies over to the drain pipe. As soon as she reaches the cold metal pipe, she grabs it and slides down. That's a shimmy, if I ever saw one. Ouch! Debbie misjudged the distance and had tumbled into a planter. The bushes cushioned the blow and she isn't hurt, but the crash might have caught someone's attention. So much for being quiet. She's going to have to cross the garden quickly without getting caught. She has 40 seconds to get to the fence and jump over it when the guard isn't looking. Debbie runs. Runs some more. Oh, goodness. Fast. Without looking back, and runs. Did I hit all of them? Runs. Oh, okay. All right, I gotcha. Tip. Isn't looking. The moment when the guard isn't looking, she jumps. There we go. Hey, that was rough. She sneaks towards the parking lot, crouching down as she goes. There must be some clueless student who forgot to lock their car or left the window half open. That's when she spots it. Parked a few feet away is Nicole's brand new red motorbike. A sly grin spreads across her lips. She has to hotwire the engine, but fortunately, she's got some experience with that. Debbie rummages under her tank and finds the electrical circuit. She has to cut the wires. Without thinking twice, she opens her backpack and takes out her Swiss Army knife. Yeah. I guess that'll cut. And she's sure it will come in handy. Oh, wait. Yeah, do that. There we go. Oh, that's clever. Without thinking twice, Now, Debbie must first connect the green wire to the black wire and then the red wire to the blue wire. When the wires are connected, she'll be able to start the bike. But there's no blue, green, black. Oh, that's the black. Oh, that's that. Why would you do that? You color coordinate. Ugh, mean. All right, so green to black. Green to black. Well, you say green to black. I'll just do it like this. Yeah, that works. And then red to blue. Start. The bike starts up with a roar. That sounds like pure freedom. As the security guard approaches the parking lot, Debbie grips the handlebars and accelerates, getting out of there as fast as she can. Quid pro quo, Nicole. Your bike in exchange for slimy David. Nah. She takes the first exit she comes to. Debbie can't help but think about boarding school. They probably haven't even noticed she's gone. Tomorrow morning, they'll start looking for her. Her body aches and her head throbs, but she can't stop. She must get to her destination as soon as possible. First, she must get her bearings and decide whether to take the interstate highway or the Hicksville freeway. Hicksville freeway, that seems more free. Out of the way. Although this seems to be the longest route, she will reach her destination sooner this way. The early morning rays do little to warm her hands, which are frozen from hours of gripping the handlebars of the motorbike. As the shadows and haze fade away, they reveal an unfamiliar landscape, fresh, new, and full of promise. Debbie is overcome by a feeling of liberation. Without knowing how or why, she feels sure she is doing the right thing. I did say happy birthday on the key. It's gotta be a sign. With her eyes on the horizon, she settles into the seat and gives the throttle more gas. As she drives, memories of the past she is leaving behind come flooding back. Lost in regret, she is overcome with fatigue. Her grip weakens and the bike slows. Seriously, what am I doing? I get some random anonymous postcard and suddenly I'm ready to send everything and everyone to hell? I mean, you got yourself kicked out of boarding school. It seemed like you were kind of on that road anyway, girl. A freight truck overtakes her abruptly, bringing her back to reality. The strong tailwind forces her to straighten up. The traffic on the road is getting heavier by the minute. No more looking back, she needs to focus on the present and on the future. An hour and a half later, she passes a sign announcing her destination. What is your destination? It's almost new. Well, we guess we don't know. It's almost new when Debbie finally reaches her destination. She is in what appears to be a quiet residential area at the end of a boulevard lined with tall, leafy trees. The houses are big and well-kept gardens and welcoming front porches. There's hardly anyone around, just a few kids playing in the driveways and a friendly-looking neighbor walking the dog. It looks like a really nice neighborhood. Debbie turns off the engine and reads the street name again. She takes off her backpack and opens it to double-check the address on the postcard. Yep, this is it. She sets off. Oh, right, the address that was on the postcard. I'm being so weird. She sets off again much more slowly, her eyes scanning for number 57 along the odd-numbered sidewalk. She feels her pulse starting to quicken. 7, 19, 25, 33, 41. Huck, it can't be. Debbie stops in front of number 57 and gets off the bike. She can hardly believe her eyes. In front of her is a house she can't even begin to describe. I mean, it's a house. You can describe a house. She simply can't put it into words. It's beautiful, Debbie murmurs as she crosses the street and approaches the gate, unable to take her eyes off the impressive mansion before her. The gate looks like it's open. Well, can I click and do anything with this? Doesn't look like it. I mean, it just looks like a rudimentary house to me. I mean, you get 4 main windows, you got a front door, you have trees, and you have neighbors. There's a fence. It looks like the Full House, honestly. You know, that's just what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. That's what I think on that. The gate looks like it's open. Debbie looks both ways, afraid someone is watching her, but there's not a soul in sight. Happy birthday, she says to herself, building up the courage to push the gate open. Debbie crosses the garden on a narrow pathway bordered by brightly colored plants. Dry leaves crunch beneath her feet and looks like no one has mowed the lawn in weeks. A small slope leads her to the front door. The wooden porch creaks under her feet and she stops in front of the door, solid and simple in design. She hesitates for a moment and then knocks. Tries again and again and again. No one answers. Debbie goes to push the door open, but it's firmly locked. To her right is something that looks like an intercom, but it's turned off. There's a small slot in the panel. Perhaps she needs a key to activate it. Yes, I think I agree with that. I kind of need to get you into your inventory in order to do that, though, don't I? So how do I do that? Debbie, sweetie, pumpkin pie. I'm clicking so much stuff going on here. Small slot in the panel. I'm wondering if there's something like hidden on the side here. Or it's the key that she's holding, which I can't take out. Did you not pack the key? I might not have packed the key. I'm just realizing that. I don't remember packing the key in that whole thing. Opens the... Oh, there we go. Take it. And opens it to double check the address on the postcard. Ah, there we go. She inserts the key into the slot and display lights up. For a moment, I thought I was going to have to replay the beginning section. Thank goodness that's not what's happening. But she inserts the key into the slot and display lights up. The intercom is now turned on. Debbie tries to open the door again, but it's locked. It looks like she needs to enter a combination. From the looks of it, there is no conventional security system, but there's no questioning its effectiveness. What now?
Take a good look at what once came your way. The cars, birds, and trees are the key to entering this place.
Cars, birds, and trees. Cars, birds, and trees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 5. Error. Error. Did I miscount? Cars, birds, trees. Did I mishear it?
Take a good look at what once came your way. The cars, birds, and trees are the key to entering this place.
Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 cars. There's 3 birds. There's no other birds on here, right? Oh, there's that bird. You suck. If that's the right answer, you suck. I'm just saying. You just do. Unless you count those trees also. Please don't. Please don't. Just think those are bushes. Please, please, please. So 6, 4, 5. You suck.
Home, colon.
What?
Your regular place of residence and
Your regular
home in which
colon?
to live your private or family life. You know, that sounds great, but who am I kidding? I've never had a home. Till now, at least. So it's been over a week since I arrived here, and I'm still not sure if this house is a gift or a joke. Like, I feel like at any moment someone's gonna burst through the door, see me living here, and call the cops, and it's either gonna be some loaded lowlife or a happy family with their 3 blonde kids and a dog. I once read on a mug that the best things in life are free. Dreams, laughter, hugs. Okay, yeah. What a load of nonsense. Every night I go to
Anxiety's
bed
free.
wondering who sent me this letter and this key, and I wonder why they did it. Like, there's too many unanswered questions. How am I supposed to relax like this? I saw that figure dressed in black again today. They were snooping around the garden fence, and... Who are you? Are you behind all of this?
Your security guard.
I'm leaving behind this tape recording in case I disappear or something happens to me.
All right. Well, that was Your House. Pretty quick demo. That's chapter 1. It's not out yet. Coming out in the future. All right. Well, that was good.